Hello, hello, welcome to episode 18, I think, of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Last time we arrived at Solution 9. Nothing else happened. Alright, let's go. Trail has already extracted the data on the earring. At long last, a clue. My apologies, but I will remain here to review the information. Yeah, I also want to know. That's like one of the only interesting things that happened last time, that we found out that her earring is actually a USB stick, right? I feel for you. While Gennald is a brilliant adapter, it's as if he's stuck on full volume. It's all I can do to put up with the clamor. By the by, you didn't know him before, did you? Don't see how you could, but for a moment there you were looking at him like you had seen a ghost. Yeah, I know his reflections. Seldom does one see Cryer so openly impassioned. As a comrade, I will do my best to support her. Better you than me. Frick you, Aaronville. A little. Try to keep closer to the rest of us so you don't get surrounded. When I go on the attack, do you think I'm pushing forward too quickly? Okay, that's... should have asked her first, I guess. This place was originally designed by a preservation engineer. That's why it's wall-to-wall with contraptions. We love wall-to-wall in this game, right? What's this? Toilets? Sorry, you had to see me passion spill over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know? And not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we met in another life. Kinda, twice. And Rude, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now, not a single wink, and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford though. Can't afford to though. Got folks relying on me, you see. But if I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. Blue Bull? Just a... guess. That voucher's good for 2 cans, 1 for yourself, but well, you're welcome. Can't get stuff at any old vending machine though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. I'll find him tending the bar out on the main strip. Off you go now. I don't know why I'm doing this voice for him, but I just felt like it. Oh, okay. Energy drinks. Let's get some energy drinks. Didn't drink an energy drink for over a year at this point, probably. I drank lots of them before. Well, not lots as in like as kids do nowadays, as in like 5 a day or whatever. I try to never drink more than 1 a day, although at some point I was 2 a day. But I've drank them for a long time. And also, you know, like other caffeinated soft drinks, which is why I stopped drinking caffeine I've stopped drinking energy drinks for Red Bull like a year ago, and then I felt it getting better, like, you know, like with my headaches and stuff. But I still drank coffee every now and then I felt like, okay, from coffee I also get headaches, you know, like not necessarily withdrawal headaches, well those as well, of course, but even if I keep drinking coffee, I just get headaches after like 1.5 days. So yeah, I stopped consuming caffeine at all like 4 weeks ago. And now they're talking about coffee and energy drinks here. Nice, thank you, game. Welcome, what are you having? 1 energy tonic, please. Blue Bull, or whatever you have. Energy tonics you can't get from a vending machines? How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you, and don't come back. Good voucher, slip it to me then. Nice and subtle. Okay. Nice and subtle. So you're collecting for Gennald. A can for him and a can for you, eh? No, just 2 for him, please. Except if it increases my DPS, and I'm gonna take it gladly. Oh god, imagine if they would have pots that are just like energy drinks. Oh, that would have been so cool. And then they could have like red Ronique for strength, blue Ronique for mind, for intelligence, and then like cyan Ronique for mind. That would have been great. That's such a missed opportunity. Then again, I don't know if they actually did that or not, but I'm assuming they didn't. I mean, it's only 1 week after FFX has started, right? So we're only gonna see the new master recipes when Savage hits, I guess. Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners. Gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities, but it's the Rodina Consortium. But if the Rodina Consortium was made aware of my special selection, it'd be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's side effects. Sure. Beginner's Energy Tonic. Full Strength Energy Tonic. Bearing a curious design upon its can, this energy tonic is apparently formulated for beginners. Nice, there's an actual animation for that, I love it. You drain the tonic in a single pour. That's how you do it. It pulls out quick and soon, after which you start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, you haven't up and cocked it. So hurry along and give Gilganos his tonic. He tends to leave it to the last moment, and I expect he's about to keel over. Super Saiyan! I like that. Aww, I didn't see if I had a buff or not. But it was kinda cool. You forgot the tonic? Give it here quick. Don't worry, I've already forgotten the voice I gave him. Rainbow power. Ah, that's the stuff. Ain't nothing like it to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awaken something feral in me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast that won't stop till it's done what it was born to do. Oh, and you're saying this beast souls in there properly. Anyway, sorry for sending you off on around like that. I just can't concentrate on my tonic, you know. And the pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Those weapons and tools ain't going to enhance themselves.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Zoralja's boy or girl?
In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
But with whom?
So you think so too. But what is he doing here?
With whom?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the Drift Downs a few years ago.
Where's there an egg-laying lady around here? I haven't seen one so far.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put 2 and 2 together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Nobody knows.
Gulja.
Who named him?
It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
Okay, I guess she did.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own. But just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days. And where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
In the wilds?
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunderyards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. this became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew.
Sorry. Dang.
But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
I'm assuming she's planning on taking him in.
Who was that?
Who was that? Gululja. Who else?
Oh dear. It's Gululja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
So what?
This is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kakiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
But we have all that surveillance equipment for.
My mother and I will scour the district.
Really, now we're playing hide and
Sounds like
seek.
a plan. Let's get to it.
Little Footfalls. It's all Wuklamot can do, not rush off after Gululja. If Gululja is outside the tower, we need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Kryl and Raha continue reviewing data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Heritage found is a large area. Splitting up would allow us to cover more ground. Yeah, I'm on the other side. I didn't come out there. Why would I? Well, here we are outside, but where do we even begin? Perhaps someone has caught sight of Gululja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you handle the outskirts, Alice? In the meantime, Yomi and I will head beyond that big wall. Where have you gone, little one? Gululja doesn't appear to be in the area. However, you catch a sight of a group of people a short distance to the southwest. You spotted those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask after Gululja. Gululja isn't here. Well, let's go then, I guess. You know the boy. Have you seen him? Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were... Well, what? Oh, no regulator? I guess. No offense taken. My name is Tapu. Oh, blind. Oh, I didn't realize. My name is Tapu. My eyes might be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Gululja. So he didn't come this way. Where in the world could he be? Still no regulator though. I do not know your voices. Who are you to Gululja, and why do you search for him? I'm family, though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Gululja, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother? Then it means you're... I am Wuklamot, Vow of Resolve of Tuli Yolal. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zoralcha to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Gululja may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Gululcha has headed south. There he has a place that is as close to home as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Yeah, I guess we found out what the second part of the story of this area is, and it's hide and seek. Should he in turn bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes, as Queen Sphene respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will, don't worry. But what do you mean when you say Sphene respected your wishes? Yeah, none of them are wearing a regulator. Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept the decision, she granted us the necessary supplies to make our home here. That doesn't look like much of a home, but okay. And since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. Yeah, that sounds like Sphene, alright. Well, thanks for telling me about Gululcha. I'll find him and then we'll have a good talk. Sure. We continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. Yup, yeah. The things we find are used in one of two ways, for ourselves or passed on to others. We meet all sorts of interesting individuals, and over time we gradually build a larger network of contacts. Vetsetoni. I can tell you have a good eye, and I'm not talking about your ocular capabilities. What I mean is that you seem to be well suited to finding lost valuables, useful resources, and the like. If you have mind to become a reforger, I'm certain you'd go far. As a possessor of good eye myself, I'd bet on it. A reforger. Huh, interesting. Oh wow. That actually looks like Alexandria. You know, like from Final Fantasy IX. Interesting. At least, you know, like the architecture, right? With the plaza. I think it might actually be... It's very similar to the actual plaza right in the middle of Alexandria, right? It's a town. And I think also the gate. And half of it is submerged. I'd assume that's the original Alexandria. The architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Charlayan. But there he is, among the ruins. You're not telling me all of this only happened in the past 30 years. No, that can't be true. No. You know, like the packing up with Electrobe. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if a building collapsed while he's inside. Drowned Vestiges. Vuklamat is eager to follow Gululcha into the ruined town. I only saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind the building, but I'm pretty sure Gululcha was heading further south. I'll contact Alize on Linkpearl and let her know to join us. This is the area, but the canals and the debris make it hard to get a good view. Let's split up and search. If you could head into the canals, I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Gululcha, let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. Wouldn't want to startle him and cause an accident. Wonder if there's if we can climb it and pull and ring the bell and see if cards fall out or whatever it is, right? I think it was cards, right, in the original game. You have located Gululcha. Follow him quietly without being noticed. Oh no.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
You never said that about Trial. He's got even shorter legs. Really?
So he's looking after those little ones.
Gululja.
Hello.
What?
A century.
Hello, Bumblebee. Yeah, I think there was an NPC in Solution 9, right? That had a flavored text of going like, "What are you saying?" There was an animal in the resident, not in resident, in the government district going squeak. Ah, don't you jest. It might have been those nutkins, right? Pretty sure that's not a sentry.
Run, Gululja, run!
He's my friend.
Hello, the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
That is mother.
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Or a clone of Zoralja or something.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
Looks pretty much like an armor, not actually like a robot, right? Just like with Zoralja's armor.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
Eliminate them.
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Yep.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
But I want to get to know her too.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
Or is it just a princely, a royal guard? An old one.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots.
Yay! Talking! Yay!
Who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Probably not his mother then.
Vessel?
Then again, we don't actually know how much time passed for Zoralja, right? Because it was only 30 years that after the dome appeared, right? Then again, I don't know how long Mamuljas live. And I don't think they live 380 years. That's probably not been that
Otis is
long.
my friend.
Otis.
When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you.
Kind of a mom,
And
I guess.
teaches you about
Or dad.
fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
I was expecting him to say Sir Steiner, but okay.
You're captain of the knights?
That seems different from other machines. What's your story?
was Gululja with whom you wish to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane.
You know, like Vuklamat can talk to
Ere I regale
Gululja, I talk to you.
you must take a repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
Otis has been around for as long as he claims. Perhaps he knows things that not even Oblivion is aware of. Otis cooks the best food. He spoke to us. Gululja spoke to us. So, my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring... After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients did you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. People of the outskirts should be willing to share the harvest. If you and Gululja could go and speak to them. Sure, I'll ask for the Kasovs too, as usual. As for Yomi and Elise, I would be obliged if you could procure some woolback meat. Creatures can be found grazing on the slopes outside of town. As beef is less readily available, their flesh makes for a good substitute, that of the younger ones especially, as it is more tender and less gamey. Consider it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see the other preparations. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Ugh. Alright, I want to see if we can climb this clock tower. Oh yes, yes, that is from Final Fantasy IX. Right, we come from here, we run over the bridge. This is the camera angle. And then to the... Wait, the clock tower should be here, no? Dang, never mind. Not faithful! Can we climb this? Ah, not even a jump puzzle. Ah, come on. Such a wasted opportunity. What's this? I might understand that you have already procured the meat. Well, yes. Why are you surprised? Good heavens, you have. And such a choice cut it is, besides. Display and you know how to handle yourself in battle. Were it 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights. And I would have said no. Memories of a knight. Otis is pleased with the meat you have brought him. Once Elise brings a portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Actually, I also did 2 fates in that time, but okay. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electrope, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, electrope rations were issued to each citizen, while small fragments may still be found here and there. If you can obtain 5 pieces, say, at least one ought to be what we require. That is, the kind that converts lightning to fire. Gululja can identify them by their circuitry, so pray take them to him. The boy has become quite deft at discerning the electrope types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now off you go, and happy foraging. Yay. Such wasted potential. They could have made us do so many cool things in here, and they make us look for electrope and meat. I want to have an echo here. Why don't you have an echo mission? You know, like go into the past and then fight through all of this and see how it, you know, like kind of like with the mission. What was the name? You know, like the expert dungeon of Endwalker, one of the last ones where you are goal best, but basically, right, and go through the memories of what's his name, the other guy. Something like that would be really cool. Well, I mean, they could still do that, but I'm pretty sure they won't. Because I don't know, at this point, why would they do anything that would actually be fun, right? When they can do this! Yay. I'm really confused. We had like, how many solo duties did we have? 2? One of which was Vuklamot's Bonga Bonga Monkey Party. One was the fight against Gulul Jaja. I like that one so much, you know, like the one in Garlemald. We didn't have anything like that at all. You know, like before Dawntrail, the 10-year arc story of Heidelin and Zodiac, it's over, right? They need something new now. They don't have the story to carry them anymore, because the story of Dawntrail cannot be as good as Shadowbringers and Endwalker. I would be super surprised if it was, and it isn't. Surprise, right? Everybody expected it. I expected that, right? Which is why it didn't matter the first half of the game at all. But I was like, you know, like they need to nail this in terms of gameplay. And honestly, yeah, sure, okay. To be fair, I was more relating to, you know, like dungeons and encounter design, because in the end, you know, like it's just the first week, the first 2 weeks or whatever that we're gonna play the story, and after that we're just gonna be playing Savages, we're gonna play Ultimates, and those can still be really great, and they probably will be great, right? Which is why Dawntrail will still be a very good expansion, because, you know, like that's the main gameplay loop I'm playing anyways. But what I just don't understand is how they somehow made the gameplay during MSQ even worse than it was before. For some reason, many people didn't really like that one duty in Garlemald, right? Because, I don't know, it was too hard. I loved that one. It was perfect. Well, not perfect maybe, but it was really, really good and very immersive. It was really good. When I watched people playing that, I'm just like, yeah, maybe it's time you learn about how aggro in Final Fantasy XIV works. There's enemies that react to sound, there's enemies that react to visual interferences, and there's enemies that react to proximity. I mean, all of the enemies in there were reacting to sight, which means you just had to, you know, like dodge behind them. You can literally run behind the monster that reacts to sight and it won't attack you. And when I watch streamers who don't know that, because, I mean, why would they, right? Because for some reason they never figured it out. They're like, oh, this is so hard because I am so weak, I can't fight against these, but how am I meant to get past those? Because, I can't get past those. No, you just have to wait until they turn around. Maybe you should learn that, you know, at this point, at level 90, right? Almost 90. So I never understood why people were like, oh, it's too hard, or whatever people said is why they didn't like this duty. I found it was great, and also the timer, I mean, come on, the 20 minutes timer was more than enough time to do whatever that. I went like 3 times back and forth until I actually found the thing that we need to find, right? And I still had like 6 or 7 minutes left in the end. And that was before they nerfed it. They even nerfed it afterwards, right? I don't even know what they did, but I mean... And now they just don't have anything like that in this one. It's like, they just stepped down a level in terms of gameplay on the MSQ. I don't get it. It's the exact thing they should have stepped up. I'm level 99. I'm in the heart of the enemies that just attacked Tuliolal, of the enemy's nation, and I'm picking up freaking Electrope to cook a meal. Not even for myself because I needed it. No, I could just go to the queen of the nation and, you know, like ask her for food, because that's exactly what we did 20 minutes ago. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, who was, I mean, I know probably who was, probably LGP, was like, oh yeah, it's a good idea to have the penultimate area to be just, yeah, go around, look at some farming, and have a barbecue. Don't get me wrong, there was interesting things, right? But the interesting things that we had here was learning about the past and learning what exactly happened. And I'm still not sure. I still don't know if time inside here is still going faster than outside. I still don't know how it is possible that after the dome appeared in Yasulani, I finally remember the name, nice. After the dome appeared in Yasulani, how it is possible that 30 years after that, you know, like, happened after that. I mean, Soralja returned here, so it doesn't make sense. Soralja must have returned here after he attacked Tuliolal, which means that he was here while we took 3 days to fortify the fucking train. With wood! Against lasers! Which means that another 30 years or whatever should have passed for him, right? Which, I mean, sure, if he wants to wait 30 years, but he gave us an ultimatum. Like, after a week, he should have been like, okay, let's head out and look what is going on in Tuliolal, right? And if that's not the case, if now actually time flows normally here, then why? Is it because we destroyed the fortress? Maybe because we entered the dome and now suddenly because of the connection the time is synchronized? I don't know. I would like to know. I'm sorry, I'm just going exceedingly frustrated. To be fair, it's not the first time they're doing this, right? They've basically done this in every expansion, which doesn't make it better, because I've been complaining about this in every expansion. In Endwalker, they had us go around Labyrinthos and do chores. It's not like they needed to put in stalling quests just for us to get to the maximum level. I would even prefer them standing there and being like, now you need to be level 100. Don't forget, I did half of the story as a ninja and then switch to Viper, and I still have enough XP. I can just do a daily leveling dungeon if I'm not at the level cap. There's no need for them to do stalling quests. That's no argument. No, stop that. I've never been so frustrated. Because, you know, there's so much they could have done here. I don't know. There's so much cool stuff happening. The areas are great. When I entered this area, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking great. This looks awesome. And then it's just some stupid walk around farming. Oh, hello, look at these. These are our poultry quests. Like, yay. I can take them to my island sanctuary, I guess. By the way, I need to... maybe should I visit the animals at my island sanctuary now that I think about it. I guess they're all dead already. I didn't even do the update, so yeah, maybe I should do that at some point, now that I think about it. Then of course from Shadowbringers they had the trolley one and the Talos that we built, and again, I didn't like those parts. Exactly because they were stalling, for whatever reasons it was. Yes, you can say, you know, like we built them all together, it's to bring all the people in, which for me isn't really a necessity. I don't need everybody to be a part of the thing we do here. I don't know, they're trying to be too wholesome with many of these expansions. I would like them to be much less wholesome and just, you know, more intense. That seems not to be what they want, because, I don't know, the world is cruel and people want something to be happy about, I guess. That's fine. Go play Stardew Valley. I know, you can tell me go play Elden Ring, which I'm doing. Yeah, sure. That's not the only game I'm playing, don't worry. And instead they give us dumb foreshadowing. And every time she wants to say something, oh, conveniently there's a robot coming around. Okay, sorry, I'm done ranting. The final area of this expansion might still blow me out of the water and still go me like, oh, this is so good at the end, right? Although I don't think we're gonna have a single player duty against Xenos at the end. Although we might actually have a single player duty against Soralja in the end. That is gonna be bonkers. That's gonna be nice. I'm looking forward to that. If not, I'm gonna scream. There's gonna be 2 more. Why did they actually do that? I still don't get it. Why they moved the second trial to level 99. I think it would be so much better pace-wise if they had remained it at level 97 or 98. Because this is exactly where the gameplay route is. I don't have anything to do. I'm just running around clicking things. Give me something to kill. Give me a trial right now. I don't get why they pushed that behind, because then it's a trial, then you usually... No, it's like a dungeon. Yeah, you usually do a dungeon, then you do a trial, then you do another dungeon, the level 100 dungeon, and then you do another trial, and then you do a solo duty. There's so much gameplay is packed in the last 2 levels of the expansion, and there's like so few for the rest of the levels. It's like, please, especially after the first trial, right? Okay. Back to the game, back to the game, back to the game. Oh yeah, we're still gathering pieces of processed electrode, I remember. I want to know what happened here in this city. I mean, obviously it's the original Alexandria, right? But it's kind of interesting to me that they already had electrode when they were still building in this style. So I'm very intrigued as to what exactly happened here. As I said, I would love maybe a dungeon or even a solo player duty that goes back in the memories to see what happened here. That would be awesome. That would be exactly the kind of gameplay I would really appreciate right now. And if I have that idea, you can't tell me that Square Enix didn't have that idea. That none of the writers, none of the area designers, none of the level designers there had the same idea. I mean... We've got the requested vegetables along with a few extra bits. I have to say, all this running around makes me hungry. I just ate, so I'm not hungry. Not in-game, but actually real life. I dared to think I had won this time, but it turns out you were already off doing another task. It's not a frick... Oh god, why do you see everything as a competition, Alice? The others have returned as well. What a blessedly lively day this has become. Otis says you have electric for me. Well, I hope. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's of the time when they were still, you know, like fighting, right? The war, because obviously there's explosion marks and stuff. And obviously back at this time they didn't have enough electrode, right? Which I'm still wondering as to how they got so much electrode that they could build literally anything, everything that you see here of it, right? I mean, the whole Solution 9, everything, the whole Everkeep is made of electrode, right? So where did they find all that? Wow, you find a lot. Let's see. This one creates wind. This one is water. You can tell just like that. I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I bet he gets it from his father. Or maybe it's just the color of the sprinkles that goes around the thing that tells you. Ah, this is it. This converts to fire. It's absorbed lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you, Yumi. They still need a fire to cook. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our repast. You have done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. That's the piece of music I want to hear right now. Yes. This is the kind of thing families do, Galuja. We have meals together and talk about what's in our minds. Do you ate with your father? Yeah. Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking though. Conan, the head of Reason, occasionally joined in, and Zoralja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? No, both are our fathers. He's what people call blessed siblings. I'm a Mulja with two heads. Zoralja is his true-born child, while Conan and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. But it doesn't make us any less a family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. I really hope they are going to address how the heck Zoralja has a son. And since he has a son, why it's only one? Not like either he found a nice Mamuja lady and they, they made some kids. And the question is, why the heck would he stop at one? Or he didn't want a kid, a child, and he wouldn't. I mean, he's a reptile. It's not like he could just have sex with any of the people up in Solution 9, right? Even if he wanted to. I mean, maybe he could. But it's not like they could create children like that, because you can't tell me they're... No, that's just not how genetics work. And he looks like a normal Mamulja. It's not like he would be a half Mamulja, half Rothgar kid or whatever, right? Do you have someone like that too? I personally think it's family, even though you don't share the same blood. I would ask him about his mother. Why is nobody asking him about his mother? That's a good question. Don't look at me. No. What about you? I just realized the Warrior of Light does not have parents. Well, I mean, I guess they had parents, but we never speak of those. Are they alive? Are they not? Huh. Yes, don't shout at me. I know they're like, oh, the Science are your family, right? Yeah. They... Alice for sure is a nagging little sister, yeah, actually. I mean, none of this is right. It's not like... I don't see the Science as family, but also it's not like I'm a lone wolf. I mean, they're my friends, yeah. And then my family is something different. I don't usually use the triple dots, but probably fitting here. I'm sorry if I said something wrong, at least now we have an air of mystery around us, right? I didn't want to hurt Alize's feelings. So Galuja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Don't you tell me about yourself? Won't you tell me? You really want to know about me? Well, what is there to know, I wonder? I do, I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. Oh yeah, right. I want to know all about you too! Yay. Happy little family reunion. It reminds me we were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. I'm more interested in that one, actually. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. Didn't get a time warning. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still than what I assumed as when I assumed this mechanical form. 454 years ago, to be precise. Then you used to be a normal person, obviously. Oh yes, I was once flesh and blood, like you, and I proudly served as a Knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you are an actual person. How is that possible? Really? They literally transfer souls and memories from one body to another, and you think they can't do the same with machines? It is only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. Actually, let me get something to drink before we get into the story here. I need something more bitter than my frustration about the gameplay and the pacing of these areas. You know, like... The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, there was their Majesties, the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrope. Thus was our kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor, Lindblom. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the King and Queen among them. Of course, we know that this was most likely facilitated by the Asians, right? For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. If you want to know how this story played out exactly, then just go and play Final Fantasy IX, I guess. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. Well, never mind. Lightning isn't Final Fantasy 13, so... How tragic. Aye. Nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still. For while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. What? You didn't expect that? Oh, come on. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul? Who do you think is running around right now? Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief had always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. Why are they looking like that? We know that they do this. It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a grey old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel. And by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life is Sven. I think we know who it is. Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Yeah, he loves like what's his name? You know, like the leader of the Tantalus. Bart? Something like that. Baku in English? Okay, interesting. Yeah, German is called Bark. he's laughing like Baku. Oh dang, I should have talked to the others or whatever. Endless. So all this time Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. It is admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul and endless feels, thinks... What was the third one? Hear, feel, think. Right, yeah. Seek lists. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul and endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Are there Endless apart from yourselves? I mean, there's a lot of them, probably. While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. So every soul, everyone who died, is transferred to a robot. And the ones that are ferocious are the war robots, I guess. And do I understand that correctly? They are limited in where they can exist. Maybe it's just in the cloud. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? Or is it just, do they just like recreate that human being as a robot? With the memories that they extracted? While I do not understand the finer points, my life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me, much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. So it is in the cloud. Right? Like I mean, I said I think like 2 episodes ago or so, I said like, oh, this is turning into a Black Mirror episode. There is one Black Mirror episode where they upload the consciousness of old people, of dying people, into the cloud, right? Where they can basically relive their glory years and live in like the past. They can like, you know, like, they can do whatever they want there, right? So basically they create a personal heaven until, you know, like the servers go down or whatever, I don't know. So it sounds like this is gonna be the same. I'm assuming that whoever designed this storyline, this area, probably watched Black Mirror then. Can we go there? That would be fun. I'm just thinking of a reason why we would be going there. I still don't know what the last area is. I was assuming there would be the city around Solution 9, but now that we've been to Solution 9, and we know that Solution 9 is the actual city, right? It's the 9th story of the tower. And the others aren't really cities. Well, I guess it could be the top floor, like where Zoralja is, right? It would be cool if it was the cloud. If it could just be like... But how would you get there? I mean, we would have to upload our consciousness. Would we? I mean, we don't... An endless, unchanging life. Can't help but be reminded of the ear. Did Kafkiwa and the others know about all this? Probably. Considering their extensive... Oh, so Kafkiwa is also in the cloud. I'm assuming. So she did die. But she became an endless by taking over that robot. I'm assuming. So I think I was kind of right. Oh, that might be a reason why we could go to the cloud, because everyone would be like, oh, I want to meet Kafkiwa. Because I was like, I was confused when we entered Solution 9 and the back room that she was still in the robot form there, right? It would make sense that she actually died and her soul got uploaded, but something, I don't know, maybe they stopped her from being uploaded directly or something. Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. And now let's share what we've learned with Kryl and Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend. Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
I didn't know you had a mother. I have no memories of your mother.
Your mother?
See.
Sorry, but what was she like again?
He did.
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You know what that means.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Coincidence. Convenient.
Hey!
Huh? Ellen Nespia?
Hi.
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
I'm a little, well, not as... I'm a little astonished that they still remember him easily like that after 30 years of not seeing him, right? 30 years is a long time. But I guess they are Viera, so I guess not that long of time for them.
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
Also, I find it very impressive that they just can pronounce the name with only hearing it once. I could do that as well, of course. You know, like I've known him from the beginning. I had no issues pronouncing the name. Mm-hmm.
The memories of the departed.
Taken away.
No.
Nespia, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Well, I mean, they might just have gathered her memories, of course, right, and put it into the thing. Yes, as I thought, thinking, what the heck? Oh, okay, never mind. That was weird. How that was. Schrödinger's MSQ, I guess. You'll have to ask Kafkiwa what she knows, and if she's been hiding things from us, we need to know why. Why are you all making those serious faces? As many endless as those who have died, so where are they, and how have they been living up until now? In the cloud! At a crossroads, and we're not even in the Barrens. Otis looks pleased with himself, insofar as his vessel can indicate. Although the mood became a tad subdued at the end, I thoroughly enjoyed our repast together. We did too, Otis. To hear about the Endless was something of a shock, but we likewise enjoyed your company. Above all, I'm glad that you and I could talk, Galuja. We're going to get along great. I just know it. You think so? I'm happy for you, my boy. Now then, I presume you will be returning to Everkeep. Permit me to accompany you at least a part of the way. About Sphene. It doesn't matter to me if she's an Endless, whether she's alive like you and me or not. I've seen enough to know that she has a good heart. What worries me is the burden she bears. We still don't know what it is. I expect there are things she can't tell us, not with Zoralja watching, but at the very least, I'd like to know what the Endless are to her. Sorry, I didn't mean to delay us. I just felt the urge to share my thoughts with you. Oh, on the way back, let's make a quick stop at the Drift Downs. I want to tell Tapu how it went. Zoralja was talking about Sphene's family, right? That he basically has hostage, right? And Sphene, of course, talked about, you know, like all of the people of Alexandria to be her family, basically. I'm kind of wondering if all of them are Endless and if all of their bodies are actually like robots. Then again, there is food and they are consuming food, right? Which probably she isn't, but she might just be an earlier model, basically, right? I'm currently thinking like the robots, you know, like the war robots that we see, maybe it's like the same thing, but just, you know, like looking like humans, right? Because she did say, oh yeah, of course, no, of course, absolutely makes sense. She did say that you can use the lightning and fire combination, I think it was, right? Of the electrope to make you look different than you actually are. So I'm currently assuming that, you know, like all the Alexandrians don't actually look like that. They are actually all robots, just as the war robots, but, you know, like with glamours, basically. Which is also why the people gathered around seeing my reaction to their food, right? Because they can't actually taste the food themselves. So they basically only did that for the Tuliolans who came here. And then it also answers my question as to how they, you know, like sustained actually that much of a populace, that much of a population, because they don't actually have to consume anything but energy, right? Which then I would say means that probably their memories and their consciousness aren't actually... Well, they maybe are in their bodies, but they're probably like up in the cloud, right? And they just get downloaded whenever it needs be. And I'm assuming that what Zoralja means is that he can just power down the cloud. And if he does that, basically all the Alexandrians die. Right? Because all of the memories will be lost. And that's how he has control over Sphene. So what happens to the Tuliolans who die? I mean, they get uploaded into the cloud, obviously. Also, who are those who don't have a regulator then? I mean, obviously they can't live in there, but are they also I mean, they're not endless probably because, now I'm wondering, are those actual bodies? Are those robots? Lemurs? Are they not? Then again, it wouldn't make sense that they still have children, right? If they are not actual biological bodies. But I mean, the children might also just be fake. I mean, they can literally implant whatever memory they want, right? So maybe they just give them a kid and say, oh yeah, you gave birth to this kid. Maybe the people don't even know they're robots, right? Oh, but they would know because they don't need to eat, right? Hi. Ah, you are returned. Were you able to find Galuja? We were, thanks to you. All's well with the boy. I am relieved to hear that. And to know that he has family who worries for him, Galuja too must be glad. I hope so. I try not to rush or force anything, though. It's for him to decide what I am to him. My, what a pleasant surprise it is to meet you in these parts. Endless! Bean, what are you doing here? Visiting my people. Are you doing the same, perchance? I suppose we are, yes. Listen, there's something we'd like to talk to you about. Could we have a word in private? So you know about the Endless. While we may not discuss it openly, my people will have surely noticed that I haven't changed for hundreds of years. I've made no attempt to conceal my nature. If I may ask, though, who was it that told you about the Endless? Only a few should be familiar with the concept. Otis! I'm afraid I can't say. I bear no ill will towards this mystery individual, lest that be your concern. I'm merely curious. Tell me, Sphene, you care for your people that much is plain, and I assume you care for the Endless too. Earlier in Everkeep, there was something that you wanted to tell us. Was it to do with them? Endless are so dear to me as my living citizens. They are as much my family. But they can only be sustained by meeting certain exacting requirements. Thus far, we've managed to do so, but should more people die, I fear we would be pushed beyond our limits. Their preservation demands vast amounts of energy. Energy? I don't understand the workings of it all, but is there something we can do to help? Then... would you be willing to become Alexandrian citizens? No. What? I have my nation, my people to protect. I can't just become Alexandrian. Indeed. I suppose you cannot. First you tell us to make peace. Oh, she's gonna be the level 100. Now I get it. She's gonna be the level 100 trial, right? First you tell us to make peace, then you tell us to go home. What exactly is it that you want? And so Soralja is probably gonna be the single duty afterwards. The same as you, of course, to protect my people. Is there something that only Zoralja can do? I mean, we know what it is, that there is, but I want to know what. Because it doesn't make sense. That I cannot say. I do not ask that you understand or like me, but I wish... I wish we had been... Would you be friends? I wish we had been born on the same side of it. Hey, what do you mean by that? Wait, Sphene! Damn it. I don't exactly get it. I thought they would use the souls of the deceased and, you know, like lead them back to their soul cells, right? So why is it they need more energy to keep the cloud going whenever more people die? I mean, I was assuming that they would also, you know, like use... And actually no, because of course every time they use a soul, another soul goes back into the cloud, right? Because someone died, right? But then again, I was assuming that they do something else with those souls, which maybe they don't. Or maybe Soralja does. In, you know, like transferring them to the war robots. I don't know. I don't know if the devs know. Maybe. But this is all just so convoluted. Well, I think we've kept everyone waiting long enough. Let's continue on to Everkeep. And let's not tell Otis about our conversation with Sphene. I don't want to risk causing him pain. He's a machine. You think he can feel pain? I've gone ahead and apologized for us. A lot has happened, but the important thing is Galulja is safe and well. Kafkiwa has been worried, so let's hurry back. Eating together was fun. I hope we can do it again.
Why don't you come with us? You might get to see Sphene.
Ah, 'tis a magnanimous and much appreciated offer, but I must decline. A part of me longs for an audience with Her Majesty, it is true. Yet, though it be in my previous life, I failed to protect my queen. I couldn't bear to show my face before her. And such an uncomely one besides.
All right. If that's how you feel, we won't force you. But rest assured, we'll visit with Galulja, and we hope you'll cook for us again.
It would be my pleasure. You are welcome to bring other comrades should you so desire. The more the merrier.
Gonna die, isn't he? He's gonna sacrifice himself or something. Mm-hmm.
I've been looking all over for you.
Hello, Nostalgia.
Nostalgia, was it? What's the matter?
We're being attacked.
It's Zoralja. He marches to Vanguard.
Oh, good. That's what we were waiting for.
So he's done waiting. But why weren't we alerted sooner?
Our transmissions are being jammed. The lookouts couldn't get through to us. Wayakwe is at Vanguard too, but I can't reach her. What are we to do?
Stay calm. Kafkiwa has yet to be alerted, yes? Take her to the back room as fast as you can.
Our link pearls may still work. I'll try contacting those in Tuliolol.
Otis, I need you to keep Gulurja safe.
You needn't ask.
I want to go with you.
I want to watch you kill my dad.
There's no place for you.
Kululja, the people of the outskirts must be evacuated. For this crucial task, I require your assistance. Remember, when battle is at hand, anything can happen. Caution is as valuable as any blade.
Yes, sir.
I managed to get hold of Alphano. He'll inform Kona.
Good. How's the situation in Tulichola?
There's nothing to worry about, or so my brother assured me. With such short notice, though, I doubt they'll be fully prepared.
They'll be ready, I'm sure of it. The vow of reason is not to be underestimated.
And what have you been doing? Oh, but we've been drinking tea and eating steaks with the queen of the enemy nation. Wait,
I'm coming, Soraj.
that's not what you should be doing.
We'll finish this once and for all.
Lamati is right. Let's have faith in everyone and do what we can. This is the moment of truth. We have to hold Zoralja here. And I know exactly how to do that. Several cutscenes will play in sequence, finally. The Protector and the Destroyer. Buklamat has a request to make before setting off to confront Zoralja. Ooh. Before we get going, I have a request to make of you. When we confront Zoralja, you must let me face him alone. What? No, that's far too dangerous. I put you at such risk if we don't have to. You have two priorities. The first is to hold Zoralja within the dome and protect Tuliolal. The second is to free Wayakwe if she has been captured. Okay. To make sure we succeed, I need to play the worthy foe for Zoralja. If I come at him with help, he'll likely lose interest and proceed with his attack on the city. That's why it needs to be a duel. Even if Tuliolal is better prepared this time, it's true that it would be best to avoid it on the battle. And failing that, we might at least weaken Zoralja. Rest assured, I'm not going into this without a strategy. Our time in the dome has given us invaluable insights into Alexandrian culture. Yeah, just shock him with some lightning, I guess. The use of regulators for one, the secret to Zoralja's strength. Just pick him up, pick it off his face. Then you mean to... That's right, if I destroy his regulator, he'll be unable to draw upon souls. We'll see how much he wants to duel after that. So, will you leave Zoralja to me? No? No? Where's the third option? Where is where I can say no? No, I finally want to do something myself? I missed the memo where it says that I'm reduced to retainer of the main character of this game. Thank you, Yomi. It's true that this is your fight, and how you choose to handle it is your decision. But if we see you struggling, or Zoralja attempts to call upon his minions, we will go to your aid. I mean, it's still gonna be us in the end who defeats him, right? There's no chance Muklamat wins against him. No chance in making her fight against Bakul Jaja and Zoralja and defeat both of them. No chance, no. If they do that, then... I don't know. I don't know. Then all hope's lost. Fair enough. Knowing you'll be there, I can give it my all. Together with Kona, I'll keep Tuliolal safe. Is she gonna die? I don't think so. No. She's gonna lose. Or, you know, maybe she manages to draw and Zoralja makes a run for it because he loses his regulator or something like that.
Zoralja!
Hello.
Of course they exactly knew that it was her that, you know, like, they need to take as a hostage, I guess.
You disappoint me, Wuklamat. We are foes, yet you had my admiration for defeating Father and claiming the throne. But instead of coming for me, you gallivant with the resistance. Do I intimidate you?
I still don't get why we didn't do that.
I am here, brother. I did not run, nor hide. I have come to kill you. Let her go. Your quarrel is with me.
And will you settle it one-on-one? Or call upon all and sundry yet again? Not that it would make any difference.
No. Like Papa did, I'll face you alone.
Really? You believe you stand a chance? Have you forgotten how it ended for Father?
I remember you couldn't win without relying on other people's souls. Alone, I may be weak, but so are you.
So be it. Do not regret your decision. Release her.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought I was done for.
You don't!
That was unnecessary. Of him.
Had you let her die, you could have dealt me a telling blow. Your compassion will be the end of you.
I'm not letting anyone else die.
At least I don't have to fight as her again.
And you will never surpass Papa.
But I have. With these very hands, I slew him.
You cheated.
His body may be gone, but his spirit lives on in us.
The Yokui's delusion is catching, I see.
It's no delusion. Papa's love for Tuliyola gives me strength even now. Ah! Come, let's get this over with. For my people and Sven's.
How gullible you are. All of this is Fiend's doing. Her objective is to harvest all life outside the barrier. Our interests happen to align, hence our alliance.
Liar! Sven would never do that.
Of course she would.
The King of Resolve speaks the truth. How did she... The attack on Toral was no less my desire than Zoralja's.
You said you wanted none of this. It was a farce from the very start.
Yes, I used you.
So it was all just a lie then? What you said about loving your people as family?
No.
About wanting to see them smile?
No. She totally doesn't want this, but she's gonna do it because she has to.
I do this for them. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
It's kind of funny how, you know, like people think that, you know, just because people are doing something that they want to do it. Especially when they're in a position of power.
If I'm to save my people, I must take the lives of yours.
Behold, Wuglamat, the benevolent Queen's Fiend.
Glamour.
An illusion that orchestrated a massacre.
Endless, or machine, or whatever you are now, you bear the memories of the person you once were. You should still have a heart. When you speak of slaughtering my people, do you feel nothing?
Nothing is dearer to me than my people. It matters not whether they are living or endless. As queen, I will do anything to protect them.
But they are using souls for energy then,
If it
or...
were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
Well, the problem is we still don't exactly know why you need to harvest the souls and the memories of all the people outside. Except, of course, if you actually use those for energy, but that wouldn't make any sense at all. Because if they could use souls to produce energy, and their problem is that they have too many souls, and because of that they need more energy... Be a little pragmatic, girl!
What exactly do you seek to do? What are you protecting your people from?
Boo! Boo!
Words. There is no turning back. Is this the strength that the love of Tuliyola lends you? A weak ruler walks a path of ruin. Tell me, which of us is worthy of their throne?
I already know. It will never be you.
I still don't get it though. I thought he was... He said that their goals align, but that's bullshit, because he wants to rule over the world. But she wants to kill everybody in the world. What does he mean to rule over then? What? Or who does he mean to educate about his war games? With his war games.
As long as you think only of yourself, you'll never be worthy. You'll never surpass Father or me.
Well, that was easy.
You can't rely on souls anymore. It's over.
Don't think you've won yet. Oh no, far from it. Give the order to the fleet. Raise Tuliyola to the ground and harvest every last soul.
But never mind, I guess he changed his mind about, you know, like ruling over the people and not harming them.
Over. For Tuli Yulol. Your works, your people, all will be ash before the day is done.
I don't think so. We have friends there, you know, they're pretty capable.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I'm not the only Dawn's servant.
I don't like to see that now. I would like to see that afterwards, to be honest. Because we don't actually have it. We can't actually see that right now. So why do we? I would rather see it later and be like, oh yeah, and don't worry, nothing happened. And then maybe echo time or something like that. I don't know. I mean, sure, it's gonna be cool to see right now what they're gonna do, but I'd rather behead Zoralja right now.
They're coming!
Estonian, where are you? You got a job to do. Also, why aren't they just shooting the lasers?
Well, come on then, you 10 bastards.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're enjoying yourself.
I'm Head Sorrow. Nothing gets a hunter's blood pumping like a...
So that must mean that inside the dome the time flows the same time as outside of the dome right now, right? Because if not, all of that would have happened in the blink of an eye outside. So basically we would have gone into the barrier and this would have happened immediately. So they wouldn't really have had any time to prepare, right? So I'm assuming the dome appeared, the time went fast, and as soon as we crashed into the door, into the gate, the time streams were aligned. That's the only explanation I can have currently. Still doesn't explain how Zoralja, assuming that after the attack he went back to Alexandria, it still doesn't explain why like another 30 years didn't pass for him as well. Or maybe the dome appeared and 30 years appeared in an instant, and then as soon as they sent their fleet out, the times were aligned. Yeah, that makes probably the most sense. Like the few seconds between the dome appearing and the fleet getting sent out is probably where these 30 years took place.
Well now, it seems we have that in common. I haven't felt this alive in a good while.
Can you even see the enemies? They're not made of ether, are they? Or are they? I'm not sure. Well, I guess you can see them. Why didn't they use the lasers from the ships again? Why aren't they shooting? Just walking slowly walking menacingly at him.
That's the spirit. We promised Falcona we deliver him a mountain of scrap, and I'm not about to let these hollow men make a liar out of me.
And why are they all still out there and not bunkered up in Tuliyola? Why aren't they shooting? Oh god.
Hey kid, the ones below are yours.
You got it. Wait, what do you mean below? Don't see that every day.
It makes so much sense that it just all remained in their fully defendable villages. Hey, Thancred, finally, I was missing you.
Hardly sporting, and this despite our best efforts to thin the enemy ranks. While it's not quite what we had planned, I'm glad we chose to remain in Tural.
But his voice sounds weird.
As am I. 'Twas an unexpected but welcome opportunity to join in the defense of this realm. And to his credit, Kona did ask very nicely. Still, it's a pity his brother had to delay our pleasure jaunt.
At least someone's shooting the lasers. They didn't even put any grounding rods there. Are you kidding me? Why are they so slow? Why is it so different than what they did the first time? I mean, come on. They literally slaughtered them all the first time they attacked, and as it seems, nothing happens. It's not like there was any kind of force shield or any other defenses that they installed. They did nothing except for putting up a few crate barriers. Are you kidding me?
You save your life. Yes, I know. Don't squander it. I never thought you
So far.
would come to my rescue. Cool cha-cha. Oh, still rings odd in my ears. Thank you. But I could get used to it. Right. We're not done yet. Against their infantry, but what of that monstrosity and its escort? If they start bombarding us with cannon fire, we'll have no means of fighting back.
Worry not. We have a countermeasure.
Yeah, I was just saying, the only thing I expected was them to start shooting with their lasers and, you know, Tuliol being, oh, psych, here we have a force shield. Well, not quite a force shield, but, I mean, hello.
Bleeding dragon.
Really, it's that easy. I mean, we know more than one dragon.
What in the navigator's name is it doing here?
That's Resvelger.
Yolol has entered into an alliance with Rads at Han.
Best Tiamat, actually, now that I think about it.
Valkona's part.
Dragons, that's the call. Yeah, finally. Okay. Aww.
Tuli Yolol shall never forget this debt.
Lil Ashtaya.
We will hold out, Lamachi.
And why the heck is the Endwalker theme pale playing? It's like, sure, it's a cool theme, but it's like,
Can do.
I don't like them, you know, like when they play the hype song of a previous expansion in the current expansion. It's like, don't you have your own hype song? in this expansion, you know, like...
Finish this. And return home, safe.
And sound, yeah. It's just too easy, sorry, I mean, it's like... He planned to take over the world with this measly little fleet of his. I mean, either he had no idea what the world entails, or it's just it just goes much too easy. I don't know.
The enemy has offered unexpected resistance. We've been forced to withdraw.
One dragon. You know, there's a lot more strong enemies in the world than just one dragon.
Useless. All of you.
Including you.
Stop!
Your Majesty.
Enough of this! Enough! You swore you wouldn't harm my people.
Out of my way.
Have you gone mad?
He's always been.
When the army fails in its duty, it is the charge of the King of Resolve to clean up its mess. To achieve victory by any means necessary.
I just realized she's actually Agent Agent Smith, right? She's Agent Sween.
Zoralja to Everkeep. Initiate Code Blood.
Code Blood. And you mean Code Vein? Oh wait, that's a different thing.
Execute all civilians and commandeer their souls.
Oh, that's harsh.
No!
Damn you!
Stop! Please, Father, stop!
Gululcha! I told you not to come!
I still want an explanation as to how this kid came to be. It's a very convenient plot device.
Gululcha.
You must flee, Gululja. It isn't safe.
I'm not going anywhere! I have to stop my father!
Am I finally allowed to do something?
Your father.
Let him go!
Using a child as a shield. Have you no shame?
No, he doesn't.
Release
Come on, we
him
know
at
that
once
at this
or he
point.
shall answer to me.
Pitiful relic. Kneel before your king.
Otis? What's wrong?
Find me at the top of Everkeep. There, we will determine who is fit to rule.
Oh, we can teleport. Nice.
I must protect them.
See, that now it makes even less sense that she stopped talking to us whenever one of those sentries came past us, right? Because she literally is one of the sentries. So whatever she would be saying, they would also hear, right? Because they're probably connected to each other. Right? But he should take his own child hostage. We must hurry back to Everkeep. Zoralja thinks nothing of others' lives. He will kill his own people. Chances are we'll have to face a good part of his army with Otis among them. Let's take all care. Are you ready, Yomi? Sure. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you end the battle associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. The Protector and the Destroyer. Sure. Are they like wasting super many souls like that because every time they kill someone who still has soul cells in the regulator, they will just use that soul up? It doesn't make any sense. At least, you know, like, take them off first or deactivate them or something.
I have no more use for you. Be gone.
Father, wait! Father!
I still want to know how this kid came to be.
Otis.
You can't just have a kid. That's not how nature works.
You have to.
Especially if you don't want one. They didn't deactivate the regulators. This makes zero sense. You're wasting so many souls. Also, why can't Sven just not? Why can't Sven just take them over, like they did with everyone else?
What have you done?
Sven, can't you order them to stand down?
The King of Resolve holds military authority. I cannot overrule his commands.
If there's something you can do, then do it! Your crimes are beyond forgiveness, but your people are innocent.
Hope you don't mind if I obliterate your army.
I deceived you all, and still...
No, we're not fighting for you. Shut up.
The talk can wait. When you said that you wanted to protect your people, I trust you weren't lying.
Of course not! There's nothing I wouldn't do for them.
Then let's split up and get to work.
Do what you can do.
Finally, we get some gameplay here, right? Yay!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength!
Defend Solution 9. That way is blocked. Really? I saw that from 10 meters behind as well. I have enough authority enough to move structures. Oh, nice. There. Now please help as many as you can. I would like to.
Right. Let's deal with these ones first.
I would like to. Thank you.
Keep moving.
I will make us a path. Oh, Everkeep, hearken to me. Why are Alisaie and Vuklamat voiced but Sphene isn't? What the heck is going on? The man is still crying out in fear and in pain. Please, hold on. Why didn't they make this like the time in the vault? Or we actually had to try and save them, you know? Where are you going? Destroyed evacuee. And at least they... Oh, that's the resistance, right? That's Oblivion. I have no souls left. If I get killed again, I... Take deep breaths. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Oh, thank you for coming to save us. It's such a relief to see your majesties unharmed. It's only a grace. You needn't worry about me. Just help those who are still out there. Let me in! That's Kryl over there! And Graha! Please, come on! Good lord. You came! Oh, yes I did. I'd always come for you, Graha. Right? There. Did all of them? I guess not. Oh, maybe it is.
Looks like that does it for this here.
Didn't we want to split up? Didn't she literally say we should split up?
Look, the king's forces are on the move. There are still civilians on Trueview.
I mean, there must be so many civilians if all of these are residential buildings. I mean, maybe there aren't.
We can't leave the wounded. Let's divide into 2 groups.
But that looks like a residential building to me. There must be millions here. Right? Did I understand that wrong?
The rest of us will go and deal with the machines.
All right. Otis, you've got to wake up.
Otis?
For the honor of the Royal Knights! Forward!
of it, Otis. Don't you recognize us?
No? I mean, he will eventually. Why wouldn't they? He was a knight, what was it? Knight, soldier, whatever, commander, knight commander.
Second formation! Seize the glory of victory!
And again, no positionals, yay.
Something about him is familiar, but it couldn't be.
Third formation! Onward for Alexandria!
It is him, the captain of the knights.
Yeah, subdue him.
Don't like the looks of this. Everyone, keep your guard up.
Ouch.
Damn it! How do we bring him to his senses?
I don't know. You're the one with the strategy here.
Remembers me, then perhaps.
I'm just clobbering enemies. What is oath broken? That was your original order, yes.
Right, he's deactivated. It should be safe to approach.
Otis! No! I remember you, Otis, so please remember yourself. You're a proud knight of Alexandria, a man who lives to serve the kingdom and its subjects.
Protect the queen.
Otis!
Pray, stand back, your majesty.
I only just now realized that his armor looks like Zidane.
I am Sir Otis Bologna, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of
The blue chest, the blue arm, the wrist guards, the tail that, yeah, well, isn't there, obviously. I only just now realized it. And the yellow neck guard also looks a little like Sedane's blonde hair, right?
Apologies for the trouble I caused.
Yeah, sure, no issues.
So long as this body holds, I shall fight with you. Tis but a flesh wound.
It's building up energy. Have care.
Wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3. I didn't expect there to be more than 2 at first. Oh no, there's 2. 4.
The dead is lightning to itself.
Let's split up and deal with them.
Not holding anything back, are we?
Leave this to me. Behold, the blade work of a
Yeah, please, would you? Thank you. My.
such tremendous lightning.
Yeah, that won't work out.
So many. This is going to be tough.
You don't say. I dare say it's gonna be impossible. Uh-oh. Wuklamat, your turn. I cannot move. No tank limit break. Well,
Not good. At this rate.
Upon thine honor, we shall weather this storm.
oh, he does a tank limit break. I see.
Now, lay the fiend low.
Okay.
Otis, you must stop. Your body can't survive this.
Didn't I say he would be sacrificing himself? Oh, come on.
Nay, I cannot yield, even should it cost me my life.
Surprise, surprise. Thanks for telling me that he's still enduring. I can see that. Thank you. I see the bar on the top left. Yeah. Thank you. They do make it pretty close, though. I wonder if I'm assuming it's tied to the enemy's HP.
Otis.
Oh no, he dead.
Thank you, Lord Captain, for the delicious repast, for everything.
The old units do not have regulators. Their souls cannot be recovered.
Oh, ooh.
He is gone. The Otis who so valiantly fought for us. I'm truly grateful for your help. Would that I had the time to thank you properly. But I'm afraid I cannot linger. There are urgent duties I must
That's
perform.
gonna be a long episode.
Hey,
Hi,
wait.
Agent Sweden.
Is everyone all right?
We're fine, but Otis is...
Otis is fine.
So he's the one who was looking after Galulja.
Thanks to you, Solution 9 has been spared the worst. But the situation on the other levels is grim.
Isn't that? I mean, it's for sure one of Sedate's poses, right? Is there any time he did something like that? I believe he did. Probably, right? He's a pretty agile guy, I guess.
We're currently assessing the full extent of the casualties. In the meantime, could you help us treat the wounded?
For a moment, I was like, isn't that the pose that he had when he reached Kuja at the very end, right after you defeated the last boss and the outro, basically, and he goes back to the roots. But I don't think he does actually does a pose there. Just sits there, right, and then the roots come charging at him. Thank you, Otis. I pray your soul is at peace. I did not expect that such carnage would unfold here. The slaughter has adopted people too. Is there no end to this villainy? It's kind of funny because that's exactly what happened in... Oh, spoilers! Final Fantasy IX spoilers, I'm sorry. But they're literally redoing Final Fantasy IX here, right? This is the Final Fantasy IX remake, hey! Everybody's been waiting for, right? You know, like when Alexandria first attacked the other nations, of course, right? And then in the end, they have their own problems to deal with. To keep the spoilers as low as possible. God damn it! What is Soralcha trying to achieve by slaughtering his own people? Well, he's harvesting souls, he literally said it, even though it doesn't make any sense because he's wasting souls that are in the cells of their regulators, right? That he's so bent on surpassing Papa is clear, but why this massacre? I don't understand. Right now we can only guess at his intent, but his obsession must be strong indeed to endure after 30 years. But now isn't the time to ponder such things. The people need our help. I'm assuming he's using their souls to power himself up and he becomes a primal-like entity and he's gonna be a trial. Then again, it must be... Well, it doesn't have to be Eliminator. Eliminator could still be the end boss or one of the bosses in the level 99 dungeon, right? Or maybe he is actually Eliminator. You know, like, powered up. But that's what I'm currently assuming. I'm assuming he's using the souls to do something like a summoning of a primal around himself and, you know, like power himself up. But that we are only gonna find out next time, because this episode is already probably much too long. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry for my frustrated outbursts. I mean, I still stand by that. I still don't... Well, I don't have to repeat what I said there, I guess. Yeah, at least we seem to finally get some gameplay, and I hope they don't hit the brakes again until we're finished now, because I do want to finish that right after, actually. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to always GG. Looking forward to next time. Until then, take care. Bye.